Hello students, today we are going to start the new topic that is we are covering, that is alkynes. Okay, so in this video lecture we will study that is alkyne up to method of preparation. Okay, so let's have a look, students, what are the alkynes. As per the term is coming, student, YNA, it implies that there must be carbon carbon triple bond. Okay, so if it is the triple bond, so that is what is known as, this is the unsaturated, right student, this will be the unsaturated. So what is they are, if you are explaining, they are unsaturated hydrocarbon, they are unsaturated hydrocarbon, unsaturated hydrocarbon having at least one carbon carbon triple bond. Okay, so this is what the alkyne. With general formula, if you are calculating, general formula, so what we will find, that is their general formula is what, CnH2n minus 2, where n is equal to, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever you can put it out. Okay, now what we are going to do is, students, we are going to check out the example. So if n is equal to, what we are considering 2, if n is equal to 2, so what will happen, C2 H2 into 2 minus 2, so how much is going to come, C2 H2. So write down C and C, 2 hydrogen, 1 hydrogen here, another hydrogen here, and to balance, that is the tetravalency of carbon, this is going. If n is equal to 3, so in the formula CnH2n minus 2, you put out the n value. So how can you be able to put out the n value? So here will be, student, that is C3H2 into 3 minus 2. So how much will be there, student, C3H4. So C3H4 means what, student? You can put out 3 carbon, 1, 2 and 3, right? So you see how many hydrogen are there, 4 hydrogen are there. Between between 2 carbon you put down the 1 triple bond and then manage the number of hydrogen. So here it will come CH3, here is the single bond and here is H. So this is coming, right? So this way you will be able to draw out, student. Next point which we are going to understand, that is IUPAC nomenclature. IUPAC nomenclature. So dear student, how can you be able to understand the IUPAC nomenclature? Let's start here from the very basic. Okay, so suppose I am having the hydrocarbon here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 are there, and here I am putting, that is triple bond, right? So what will be their name, student? It will be hex, okay, 1 ine, hexine, or that is also known as 1 hexine. So it is up to you what which name, or also that is hexine. So which name you want to prefer, you can easily pick it up. Now the next point which you are going to understand, so here is there and this is there. So you can start from the this direction, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So it will be, that is what, student? That is, it is going to come 4 methyl paint, 4 methyl paint 1 ine. Okay, or that is also you can write 4 methyl pentine, because if the triple bond is on the first position, so you need not to mention the position. Okay, it's understood that it will be there. Now let us have a look over it, student. Suppose it is having the compound HC, triple bond C, and here is phenyl group is there, this group. So how can you be able to name students? So this is the one and this is the two. Okay, so if you are going to write the name, it will be that student phenyl, phenyl ethyne. Okay, it is the phenyl ethyne. This is our the name student, phenyl ethyne. Or you can write one phenyl ethyne. So this is what is the name of this hydrocarbon. Now if I am having the compound C triple bond C, here I am going to put out like that, this. So you can number 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Okay, so 2 comma 2 comma 5, it is coming to be dimethyl, 2 comma 5 dimethyl, and that is what is a hex, and this will be that is 3-ine, hex 3-ine. So this is what is the IUPAC name. Okay, next one, going to write the name here. Next one, you can be able to do the name here students. Here is C, here is triple bond, and here is the again triple bond. So how can you be able to name students? Here is 1 2, so 1 comma 2 diphenyl, diphenyl, and it will be that is ethyne, 1 comma 2 diphenyl ethyne. So this is the hydrocarbon. Next one, if we are having the compound, okay, here let us see students, this compound here is we are putting the Cl. So how can we do the numbering? We will do the numbering 1 2 3 4 5 6. So that is, it will be that is 2 chloro, okay, this is 5 methyl, okay, and hex 3-ine. Okay, so that is what is the IUPAC name of the this compound, dear students. So I hope you will be able to understand the naming. It's naming is not that much of difficult. Okay, suppose if you are having the hydrocarbon, this way is there, here is double bond is there, and here is the triple bond. So we have to give the preference to double bond, 1 2 3, this is 4 5 and 6. So we are writing that is hex, okay, 1 in, okay, 5-ine, this will be there. If you are having the functional group somewhere, here is the triple bond is there, here is OH group is there. So dear students, if you are going to write the name of this compound, how can you be? So we have to give the preference 1 2 3 4, preference to which functional group, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So that is what is the what would be the name students. Okay, so hex 5-ine, okay, 5-ine 3-ol, okay. So this will be the name of the compound. Suppose I am taking this compound students. So here is the, you can do, and with these positions students, we are putting 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Here I am putting to be one more bond, 8. And if you are checking out, so here is the another triple bond is there. So they are asking that is from what direction we have to. So list number has to be given to the triple bond. So 1, this is 2, okay, now 1 here is 2, this is 3 4 5 6 7, and this group is the prefix. So what is that is 3 propyl, and then heptine, 3 propyl heptine. This is the IUPAC nomenclature of the alkyne. Now we are going to understand the isomerism. Okay, let us try to understand isomerism in alkynes. So dear students, if you talk about the isomerism in alkynes, so they are also representing the simple type of isomerism they are going to represent, that is the chain isomerism. Whatever the is there, structural isomerism, it will come, the first categories will come student, that is structural isomerism. Okay, isomerism means the everything will be same, like molecular formula, and molecular weight will be same, but what would be the difference student? There will be the structures will be different, dear students. So try to understand, check out this point here students, and then try to find out. First one is chain isomerism. This is the chain isomerism. Okay, this is the chain isomerism. Then next one is the position isomerism. Position isomerism. Last one is functional isomerism. Functional isomerism. And ring chain isomerism. Ring chain isomerism. ठीक है, ring chain isomerism. Okay, so dear students, let us try to understand this topic. The first one is the chain isomerism. They will be the differ in the carbon chain student. There will be the difference in the carbon chain. So that will be, that is chain isomerism. So let us have a look over the chain isomerism student. So suppose I am having this compound, dear students. Okay, so at least there should be 1 2 3 4 5 6 X sign is there. Okay, that is, this is the X, one ion is there. Now what we are going to do, we are going to trying to find out the name. So here will be that. Okay, so this many carbon, one carbon, we are reducing the size of the one carbon, and that carbon is going to be put here, that is, this is, so that is, it is coming the branch now. So chain, this become the chain isomerism. Okay, so here you can do 1 2 3 4 5. So this is coming to be 3 methyl. Okay, this 3 methyl pentyne. Okay, 3 methyl pentyne. So this is our, okay, nomenclature. Now the next point is position isomerism. Next one is what we are going to understand, position isomerism. So how can you be able to understand that is position isomerism, dear students? Let's have a look over it. So position of double bond may be changed here in this category. Why this? Suppose that is triple bond is here. Okay, this can be possible that there the location of triple bond can be changed. So this is what is known as, that is position isomerism. Why? Here 1 2 3 4. So okay, but one ion, and here is what is coming 1 2 3 4. Okay, but 2 ion. So position of double bond has changed, that is why it is the position isomerism. One more cases is also possible here in case of position isomerism, that is, suppose it is the hexane is there, students. Okay, and here is the position of the methyl group is here. Another possibilities is there, the same compound can go to be, and that is here is there. So if you are naming one, this is the going to be 2 3 4 5. So 3 methyl, 3 methyl, what will come, that is 3 methyl pentyne. Okay, and here is what is coming 1 2 3 4 5, and it is coming 4 methyl pentyne. Okay, 4 methyl pentyne, 3 methyl pentyne and 4 methyl pentyne. This is what is the correct answer, dear students. So here position is the methyl position is 3 and this is the 4, so it will comes under the position isomerism. Last one is functional isomerism. So functional isomerism, it means that is the nature of the bond is getting changed, students. Okay, functional group here is, primary suffix are there, primary suffix. Okay, primary suffix. So in the primary suffix, nature of, okay, nature of double and triple bond, nature of double and triple bond change, triple bond differ. Okay, so what we can do is, student, nature of double and triple bond differ means, if I am having CH3, C triple bond CH is there, so how it, what it can do is, student, here is CH2 double bond C double bond CH2. So that is what is the, you will find that is molecular formula. You check how many molecular formula is there, C3 and H4. Here you can see C3 and H, it is coming to be 4. So this is what is the functional isomerism. Last one is there, ring chain isomerism. Ring chain isomerism. So ring chain isomerism means that is cycloalkene. Okay, and that is, alkynes are the ring chain isomerism. Let us have a look over it, student. CH3, C triple bond, this is there. It can go, that is CH2. Here is CH double bond CH, this is. So see the molecular formula, here is C3 and H4. Here is how much coming, C3, okay, and H how much is coming, that is 4. Okay, it can be also possible, that is we are having CH3, CH2, here it can be C or triple bond CH. So what the compound it is going to give here, it is going to be giving CH2. Here is also CH2. Here is, this is the CH. Here is CH. This is going to be double bond. Now to check the formula, C4, 3 2 5 1 6, C4H6. Here is C4. H how much is there, 2 2 4 2 6. So this is how we can understand, that is ring chain isomerism. Now the next point which we are going to understand, that is methods of preparation, students. Let us try to have the look over the methods of preparation. Okay, students, so where we are going for the study methods of preparation. So in the very first point in the methods of preparation, the first point let us see, student, that is by dehydrohalogenation of vicinal dihalide. First point is by dehydrohalogenation of vicinal dihalides. Okay, so how can you be able to understand by vicinal dihalide? Here if you see, this is the hydrocarbon, dear students. So here is Cl, here is Cl, and rest of the places are hydrogen are there. You are treating with the NaNH2. Okay, so if you are treating with the NaNH2, 2 you take, so this one, so minus 2 NaCl, this one there, and this NH2, this NH2 is going to be out by this one. So minus what will be there, student, minus 2 NH3. So what is being left here? So HC, here is H, so you can have, that is triple bond. So that is, this is the alkyne, this is the ethyne. So first point is there, if you are treating with the sodamide of vicinal dihalide, so you are going to get, student, that is alkynes you are able to get out. Now let us have a look over the one more point, student. What is that? Is from the geminal dihalide we are going to study. Okay, from the geminal dihalide. So same reagent we have to take, student, from geminal dihalide. So geminal dihalide we know very well what are the geminal dihalide. So from geminal dihalide, geminous means both the halogen will be on the same carbon. So how can you be able to name? Here if you see, student, C will be there, C, here is halogen, here is, okay, so halogen if you are putting here, that is X will come, here is X will come, and here is another places, whatever the places are there, H. So let us have a look over it, student. This is again we are treating with the sodamide, and sodamide is nothing but NaNH2. Okay, so here is one NaBr NaX is going. Another condition is what there, this hydrogen and NH2 is going. Okay, so what is it is going to be formed? Here is H, here is hydrogen. Okay, now here will be double bond C, and here will be, that is again coming to be X, and here is H. Okay, next point, next point, this is the X. Next point is what? Next point, again you are taking, that is NaNH2. Okay, NaNH2. So this compound, how it is going to be out? This X and this Na is out. Okay, this is the NaX is out, and this hydrogen and this S is going to be out, that is in the form of NH3. What is left here? Here is hydrogen and triple bond C and H is being out. So this is what is coming to be out, means what it is coming to be out, that is what is known as alkyne. Next point, next method, third method is there, from calcium carbide. From calcium carbide we have to study, from calcium carbide. So how can you be able to study, that is preparation of alkyne from the calcium carbide? So calcium carbide is CaC2, and if you are treating with the 2HOH, so what will happen here? Calcium will be out in the term of calcium hydroxide. So CaOH twice is out, and another point is there, C2H2. So this is what is, that is ethine is also being formed. Next point, from the dehalogenation of tetrahaloalkanes, from dehalogenation of tetrahaloalkanes. So tetrahaloalkanes, if you are having, means all the positions, okay, all the carbon is having, means both the carbon is having two halogen. So here is Cl, here is Cl, this is Cl, this is Cl, this is hydrogen, and you take, that is 2 Zn molecule. Okay, 2 Zn metal. So what we are going to do, these two will be going to be out. So this is coming to minus ZnCl2. Okay, 2 minus 2 ZnCl2, this is coming to be out. So what the product is going to be from H, C, triple bond C and H, this is coming to be, that is what is known as ethine. Okay, so this 2 is forming. Now last one method, if you are going to understand, by Kolbe electrolysis. Okay, next method is there, students, that we have to understand, by Kolbe electrolysis. By Kolbe's electrolysis. So let us try to understand how can you prepare the hydrocarbon by Kolbe electrolysis. Okay, so let us have a look over the Kolbe electrolysis, student. So if you are doing Kolbe electrolysis of what? That is potassium fumarate, CHCOOK, and here will be double bond CHCOOK, and if you are going to treat to, you are taking HOH. Okay, this is what is known as, student, potassium fumarate. This is nothing but potassium fumarate, FUMARATE, potassium fumarate. So what the compound is going to form? Okay, that is 2CO2. Okay, 2CO2, carbon dioxide, 2CO2 plus 2KOH. Okay, plus what will be there, student? That is H2 plus what is that? Is C triple bond CH. Here will be there, here will be there. This is the ethine will be there. So that we have to keep in mind, that is how these are going to be formed. Okay, next one is also there, that is in the industry, how the industrial method is there, student, industrial method. So in the industrial method, Okay, what is the industrial method, student? That is, you are taking that is hydrocarbon, that is the methane, and passing the hydrogen, oxygen at the very high temperature, 1500 degree Celsius. So it is the forming, that is going to form, that is ethane plus 2CO plus 10H2. Okay, so this is how it is going from. Last one is there by Berthollet's process, Berthollet process, or that is also Berthollet, Berthellots, Berthollet process. So in the Berthollet process, nothing you are going to do, student. You are taking the carbon, passing the hydrogen at higher temperature, 1200 degrees Celsius. So what it is going to do, student, it is going to prepare, that is ethane is getting formed. Okay, last method is also there from halo form. So that is halo form, and what we are taking, that is chloroform, halo form. That is, in that another term we can write iodoform and chloroform, two different we are taking, so that we will be able to understand chloro and iodoform. So chloro and iodoform, if you are taking CHI3 is there, okay, and plus 6 Ag you are taking, and here is CH, okay, Cl3. So what is going to form here is, you can see CH triple bond CH will be coming out, okay, and lastly that is this one plus what is, that is 6 AgI is forming. So this is what is our required product, student. This is all the methods of preparation and the IUPAC nomenclature, isomerism of the, that is what is known as alkynes. So thank you so much for watching, friend. If you find this video helpful, please do like and subscribe the channel.